I think it's great. It's very you. It's very riverish.
Folks, Lester here, and I want to thank Miss Betty for my new hat. Miss Betty, I'm afraid I'm going to let you down. I know in that last video I talked about the whole urban cowboy thing, and then her note said that she feels like this is more urban cowboyish, but there's a little flair of Lester. Babe, what does that even mean? Urban cowboy with a flair, or with a Lester flair? The eagle?
I think the eagle is Lesterish.
The eagle, why is the eagle Lesterish?
No, you.
And then thank you. I love it. Thank you. And today we're going to do our chores here at I'm a Survivor, wearing my new eagle cowboy hat. I hope that my animals recognize me. So I do feel like there's some unique curvature. Now, this could have happened during shipping. This may not be the way it's supposed to be. This probably happened during shipping, because this did not come really sealed. Yeah, I'm certain that this, you know what? I appreciate the hat, and I'm going to wear it with pride today. I'm going to wear it. Hey, you know what, folks? You got two options, okay? You got two options. Let's just be honest. You got what Miss Betty sent me over here, or what this kind lady sent. Now, what do you want from me, huh? What do you want from me? Seriously, what do you want from me? Thank y'all. I'm honored. And I'm also blushing. Look at me, I'm blushing. I'm gonna try to live up to the old John Travolta urban cowboy thing, and I'm gonna do it right now. First thing I wanna do is go check out her eggs and see, why is she still here? Why is she still here? I've been saying for a while that I don't think these eggs are any good, because if they were, she'd be sitting on them. She doesn't want to leave them, but she doesn't want to sit on them. Or is it so hot, she didn't need to sit on them? I really don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but she's staying close to the barn. She will not leave, yet she's not sitting on her eggs. Hey, Ritzy girl. Oh, Ritzy. So she's over here hanging out. Sweetie, what are you doing over here? I don't know what she's doing. And now what we're going to do is get on the old Argo. This is the Huntmaster 950 8x8. I did that for Dr. Cochran's mama. She loves when I do that. Dr. Cochran's mama, Sissy, loves when I jump on the Argo 950 SX Huntmaster 8x8 and go for a ride. We're gonna go down and see what Mr. Leo did today. Yeah, I remember I told y'all that he wasn't done here yet. All right, so I do see that the fellas have come back and done a little bit of pushing some limbs around. I see some fresh digging over there, but how much you want to bet that even though we're in the midst of quite the drought, this ground is still too wet for him to dig. All right, so let me kind of talk you through what's happening, or what's supposed to be happening. Guys, you know that Mr. Leo never finished this job. He took a break and went and did the Longhorn Lester job. After that, he went and did a couple of driveways. But he was going to come back today and continue working on our pond and these last few remaining piles, clumps of stuff to burn off. What it looks like is that he wasn't able to work much because I don't see where there's been really any, that may be a pile of stuff to start a fire with. I'm not real sure. The pond is still a work in progress. I'll walk you over to it and show you what's going to happen there. But I don't really see where a lot happened today at all. Yeah, I don't really see that much happen today at all because there's a lot of cleaning still that has to be done. I can't get over here and start working the pastures until a lot of this stuff is cleaned up. What I'm guessing is that Mr. Leo must have had engine issues. That's why his tractor is parked outside of the gate. And I bet you they parked in the shade to work on it. That's just me speculating. But I want to show you, well, you can kind of see for yourselves. We got green stuff popping up all across this newly cleared pasture. 11 acres to be exact. But what you're seeing over here is not really things that your Longhorns would eat. This is not pretty grass. Now, there is some grass mixed in with it. Don't get me wrong. But there's a lot, those are called milkweeds. It's mostly just kind of weedy stuff, which is expected. We didn't throw any seed down. I will wait until this fall and I'll come back and spread winter grass, which will be great. But there's still work to be done before all that happens. There's another pile that needs to be burnt. There's a pile over there that needs to be burnt. They are working on a pile over here. Let me show you the pond, or what's going to be the pond. All right, so Mr. Leo's vision is to encircle this little island here with pond. This is all very low, so it's not going to be good for anything else besides being dug out. You can see that he come over here and begin to dig today. He's going to eventually break, let me show you, he'll eventually break that wall over here and allow that pond, can you even call this a pond? Let's just call this a watering hole. Can we just call this a watering hole? So right now it's just a watering hole. But we're going to have this watering hole completely encircle these couple of trees to making that kind of its own little island. That'll be kind of neat. They're going to push all of this old trash together into a burn pile. I don't know why they haven't done that yet either. Because if I burn it right there, I'm going to kill them trees. So I need to probably have a talk with Mr. Leo. But I'm going to go ahead and walk on around and show you here. Lord, don't let me fall up in that hole. Oh yeah, see, all of this has to be cleaned up. You can't do anything with any of this. That has to be cleaned up with that skid steer. But eventually, they will break this wall, and all of this water will flow from there. It'll come all the way around and make a complete circle back along the road. And that will be it would be a neat little pond, a circular shaped pond, watering hole. And then they'll come spread all this sand out, build up kind of a berm type thing along this back fence over here. But all in due time, my friends, all in due time. Yeah, this is nice and dry now. Mr. Leo's vision of letting all this drain into here, as that has come to fruition. But all of this has to be cleaned up and piled and burnt. And that will happen, just didn't happen yet. I want to show you something. This right over here, I can't tell if it's a small hog or possibly a deer. A mid-sized deer. I'm thinking probably more of a hog. Anyone that knows their tracks would know. This over here is of the canine variety. guys. Hi, babies. Where's Waylon? Oh, Lord. It's time to eat. Hello. Waylon is taking his sweet time to get over here today. I don't know why. It's just hot, y'all. It is so darn hot. Come on over here, buddy. I got you some grains here. I want to check on him. I'm going to stay here for a minute and look at him. I'm going to tell you guys right now that all of our cows, and this is at both properties, are not at 100%. Waylon, look. Waylon. Oh, Lord. They're not at 100%. I got a lot of folks who keep messaging me, taking me screenshots of different people's animals. But y'all, you need to know that they're not. It's impossible. Even the grass that was so lush and green here a month ago, when I brought these guys over, has already turned brown. Hey, sweetie. And you're gonna start seeing signs of just, well, you're gonna see some ribs showing here and there. You're gonna see some bones showing. But all we can do is keep their water fresh, keep out dry, fresh hay. Dry hay. Clean, dry hay. That's what I meant to say. Clean, dry hay. And just keep praying for rain. But you don't have to keep sending me pictures of other people's animals saying, Lester, have you seen this? Because I'm showing you pictures of my own animals, and it's hard. It's very hard. And we're doing all that we can to make life a little bit easier for these babies. But my friends, it's hard. And I think that I can make my mama proud just by saying, if it be the Lord's will, send us some rain if it be the Lord's will. That's all I'm going to keep saying. By saying that, I can't go wrong. I can't go wrong. But no, my friends, listen to me. I see the ribs. I see those hip bones. I see those little sunken in spots. But I don't think there's a cattleman in Texas who's not feeling the effects of this drought and this lack of vegetation. And we're no different. So all we can do is keep trying to supplement, provide all the mineral blocks that they need, provide everything that we possibly can. But I say most important is those minerals and that fresh water. Hay, and they can survive, guys. Cows survive the entire winter. They don't always look the best, but they can survive harsh winters in all parts of the country. And so having a drought where we have no grass here in Texas is no different than in Wisconsin, where they don't see the ground through the snow for months at a time. And cattle can survive. They will survive. They may not look as pretty as we like them to. Y'all, please hear what I'm saying. They may not be as pretty as we like them to be. We may not be able to sit there and brag about what great cattlemen we are when you got them ribs showing and hip bones are sticking out and stuff. But I'll tell you what, we're doing all that we can, and we're sparing no expense. I'll just say that again. We are sparing no expense when it comes to what we're doing to try to keep these guys going. But it is hard. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's hard. I have taken my pretty hat off. I've taken my Urban Cowboy Pretty Boy Eagle hat off because I started to sweat and I don't want to mess up that new hat. So I'm gonna just throw on an old, with this Longhorn Lester cap and go with this. I have no words. I have no words for this type of behavior. I have nothing to say. There are no words. No words for this. Oh, I'm sure you would find something to say. You need to shut your little pie hole, all right? Yeah, I guess you can do better, huh? I guess you can do better. Excuse me, sir. I'm coming through. I got a bucket of feed, and I know you want some. So let Daddy walk through. Oh, my gosh. Nate, ain't no one laughing at you right now. All these little chicks walking around. That's the last thing we need is more chicks running around here. But hey, what can you do? I'm just a cattleman. I want y'all to notice what I've done here with their feed supply. I've added a couple of cattle cubes to it. Now, the cattle cubes are a supplement for your grasses. That's nothing more than just processed grass. But it is going to provide what they need as far as that goes. My friends, cows cannot survive on cubes alone. Well, I guess they can, and plenty of them do. But we're going to mix our cubes with our grains. And the reason I'm doing that is to fill their bellies. Those cubes will fill their bellies, whereas the grains will provide, you know, supplemental nutrition. Cubes are the most, I'm just going to say this way. And there's going to be a lot of cheap farmers argue with me, but cubes is a poor man's feed. Okay, I don't care if you're mad. I don't care how mad you get or if your feelings are hurt. Cubes and people that feed only cubes, or that's a poor man's food source. And it angers me to no end when someone throws out a handful of cubes and claims that as all they need. But it is what it is. I can listen. I need to stay in my lane. Lester, you need to stay in your lane. You're right. I can only take care of my cows, and I'm not even that great at take care of them. So right now, I have no room to talk. That's true. That's true. Right now, I am in no position to talk. I'm just sitting here telling y'all how I'm having a hard time keeping their bellies full, keeping weight on them, keeping the ribs from showing, and here I am talking about other people. All right, God's going to punish me for that, so I need to take that back. Lord, I'm sorry. I should not have said that. Can I just take that back? Can I just take back what I just said and y'all just move on and not even worry about it? Because I'm trying to take it back. This here was their protein lick, and it is completely licked clean. So that tells me that next time I swing by Tractor Supply, which will probably be tomorrow, I will need to grab another one of these because they're eating it because they need it. Deworming blocks, mineral blocks, everything else is looking okay. Salt blocks, sulfur blocks, everything is good. But they are going through the protein blocks pretty fast. And so we're gonna remember that they will let us know what they need. Last thing I'm gonna do, you remember about I don't know, when I brought the girls over, I brought a roll of hay and I set it over there. And that hay has been eaten down to the ground, which tells me that they need another roll of hay. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a roll of hay in both pastures while I'm here and have that part taken care of as well. Jezebel used to move. Santoro, I've not cut them strings yet. Just like his daddy. He is just like his daddy. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these strings off of here, because you saw that kind of behavior right there is going to do nothing but get horns tangled. So let's cut these strings off and we'll be done with this job. How much do y'all want to bet that Santoro didn't come over here overnight and shred, unroll? He's going to unroll this entire roll of hay, which is exactly what his daddy does. Like exactly. Come on, y'all can have some. You better hurry before that stud gets back over here. Sweetie, we don't chew on strings, Oh, Lord. There's my string. There's my string. I'll leave you alone. Lord. I got my string. Jezebel, we don't eat string, sweetie. We don't eat on string. That's why we cut it off of there so I don't choke on string. Sometimes you don't see them all, though. You gotta be careful.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.